What is going on? Sorry, little loud. I should have gave a headphone warning, but honestly, if you're watching this video at like 6 in the morning, that's a good wake-up call. If you're watching it at any other time, then my bad. Anyway, hey, what up? I'm Miles, and welcome back. And there has been a lot of talk about Beyond the Spider-Verse within the last 24 to 48 hours, and I honestly don't know what's going on. There's been reports saying the movie was scrapped, there's been claims saying that it wasn't, and that people are lying, and there's been hundreds of videos already made supporting both sides, and I really didn't know what was going on until a couple of minutes ago. I mean, aside from the fact my phone was blowing up on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, DMs, all this stuff with people telling me this stuff, me seeing this stuff, all of it going on, I really didn't dive too deep into it until right now. And I'm kind of glad that I did that, because I didn't want to make a video immediately on it, especially when it comes to things like this, when it comes to rumors like this, when it comes to speculation like this. It's not smart to just immediately jump on and start covering it, because you might be covering false news. So that's why this video isn't really going to be an update on what's actually happening. It's going to be kind of like, hey, this is what I figured out, and hopefully it can either relieve some tension or possibly make it worse. I'm sorry. But I do feel obligated to let you know at the beginning of this video, I don't know 100% the truth. I don't know what's going on. I do not know which one of these claims are true. All I'm reading are these statements from these published sources, but just because they're sources, it doesn't necessarily mean they are A, credible, or B, accurate. So without further ado, let's actually talk about it. And yes, before I get into this, my mic is duct taped to my chest because I lost the spring for the clip. So as of recording this video roughly 24 hours ago, the source from the that word. Breaking news, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse has been indefinitely delayed. Most of the film had been scrapped by Sony, and they will be lucky if it comes out before 2027. According to new reports by the reputable film insider Jeff Snyder, the film has now mostly been scrapped and is unlikely to be released for the next 2 to 3 years. Snyder suggests that Sony has discarded most of the movie for creative reasons, and says that the team behind it were relieved by the decision. Now, even though that's a little bit more detail, we still don't know the exact reasoning or the whole story behind all of that, or if there's actually credibility behind it. Yes, it is a reputable and credible source. However, there are other claims to back up the other side of it. Obviously, people have been freaking out, going off crazy, making videos, making tweets, making posts about how the movie has been delayed again onto 2027 after it has already been delayed multiple times. Obviously, we know the initial release date was March of 2023. That, obviously, because of these strikes, did not happen, and it got pushed to an indefinite date, giving the artists and the animators more time, giving the story department more time, giving the entire project and movie overall just more time to actually sit and bake and cook in that oven before you just push out a slap fest trying to make it to a certain date. And initially, after that 2023 push and we kind of got an indefinite release date, I was relieved and I was glad, because I don't want a rushed product. I don't want a movie to come out just because it has to. I want a movie, especially this one, to take its time, because Into the Spider-Verse is my all-time favorite Spider-Man superhero and probably just movie in general, and Across the Spider-Verse makes it a pretty good sequel. We have the potential to have a golden trilogy, and if it's rushed, I really don't want to see that happen. So pushing the movie back to give the artists and animators more time is always going to be a good thing in my eyes. Obviously, unless it just keeps getting pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. And that's what brings us back to this point and why people are kind of going haywire of that it got pushed again in Sony due to creative internal reasons. Anyway, that obviously led to a lot of controversy, a lot of people freaking out that the movie wasn't going to happen and that it was getting pushed even farther, now going on a 2027 release date. And that's kind of crazy, especially when you are making a trilogy like this, to have a release date that far. But my friends, don't lose faith yet. Hold true for one moment, as there might be a bit of a silver lining here. This is one of the reasons why I think we should wait before covering topics like this and not really jumping the gun on just making news coverage whenever we can. We should actually wait until we get more sides. And I might be a bit of a hypocrite when I'm saying this, because after I make this video, there may be more sources that come out. There may be more news outlets, maybe more articles that come out speaking on different sides. So if that happens, I will absolutely eat my words and own up to that. But my point being is we actually have a bit of confirmation on the other side that maybe this isn't happening. Quick interruption in the middle of the video, like 10 seconds. I'm just letting you know, on October 1st, I am officially posting the video for my secret cosplay. I've been teasing a secret cosplay for months on YouTube and Instagram. I've been giving hints, and on October 1st, it will officially get posted on this YouTube channel. Okay, bye. This recent article 15 hours ago from Independent says that the Spider-Verse composer weighs in after inaccurate claim about the film. It says that it was due for a release in March of 2024, however, it was abruptly removed from the schedule with no explanation and no new release date. That's the information that we got from the first initial post, source, video, article, whatever. However, this is what the composer of the movie had to say in response to this. And I quote, "Don't really ever want to weigh in on this sort of stuff, but would you ever believe there could sometimes be stuff on the internet that might not always be particularly accurate?" That's getting kind of interesting. But hold true even farther because it goes a little bit deeper than just the composer of the movie. An even newer, more recent article from Variety News says that the Spider-Verse producer Chris Miller denies reports that Sony scrapped most of the third film. The reels are coming along nicely. Producer Chris Miller says all is well within the Spider-Verse. Miller took to X on Tuesday to deny a claim from the insider about problems with the third film and the Oscar-winning franchise Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. The newsletter reported on Monday evening that Sony had scrapped most of the movie for creative reasons, and it would be unlikely to debut before 2027. The producer of the movie then responded by saying, "Nothing has been scrapped. The reels are coming along nicely." And of course, his response came in just hours after the composer said the exact same thing. So, that was a lot of sauce, dude. A lot of stuff that went down that wasn't super groovy, but I think we have a bit of a silver lining. Maybe. Obviously, the reports and the articles that the movie had been pushed back were kind of concerning. But there's a lot of relief and levity that two people of high positions that work hands-on on these movies are actually denying the claims and saying that no, movie is going fine, things are going well, nothing has been scrapped, and those reports are false. However, even though they have denied those claims, it still does not give us a solid release date for Beyond the Spider-Verse. And of course, I do just want to take one more second to say, please don't take anything I say as absolute fact. Take everything I say with a grain of salt because, again, just like all of you, I do not know. I'm not entirely sure. I'm simply just the messenger for the messenger, and I'm reading the reports the same way you guys are. I'm reading the articles the same way you guys are. I'm simply just kind of broadcasting them out to a larger audience. And because I have that audience and because I have that platform, I feel obligated to tell you that I am not an official news outlet. I'm not an official news source. I don't know 100% these things. These are all they said arguments, and I don't really know what is going on. I'm simply just kind of giving you a breakdown of it all and telling you that I love Spider-Verse and I really want the movie to come out sometime. Yeah. I'm desperately trying to be positive, you know, because I'm your positive spider guy. Anyway, I think that we can learn a couple things from all this. Number one, don't believe everything that you see or hear on the internet as an absolute fact. Make sure to do your research, do your homework, look at the sources, look at things with your own eyes. Don't just believe everything you see simply because you saw it first or because they posted first, whatever, you know. Number two, obviously, if things get pushed back for creative or artistic reasons, that doesn't really give us credibility to hate. Yes, I know it can be frustrating, but just because something gets pushed back, we don't know why it got pushed back. It could be very valid reasoning. It could be the artists are overworked. It could be something didn't work. Me, myself, being in the creative industry, I am a professional illustrator as well as a content creator. I definitely know the stress of deadlines. I know the stress of trying to produce a high quality product in a very, very short time. So I understand when things get pushed back. That's why I'm not really super peeved about it whenever it happens. Anyway, that's gonna wrap up this video for the day. I do hope that this video kind of gave some levity to people who maybe don't know the entire story. Or if you do know a little bit more than me, please absolutely feel free to leave a comment down below. I would love to hear more because, like I said, I'm not an official news source. I don't know these things. I'm just repeating them verbatim back to you. Obviously, all the links are going to be in the description for you guys to check out for yourself. And overall, I am just super, super excited for Beyond the Spider-Verse. I can't wait for it to come out. Whenever it does eventually come out, I'm obviously going to be super excited to make a bunch of videos on it, be super hyped, all that stuff. Yo, invite me to the premiere. I'm just saying. Nope, I'm joking. Maybe. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. As always, peace and love, do good things, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. That was the wrong side.
Yeah, Spider-Man!